Hey, welcome to another episode of Gas and Go with Snow. I am at Elite Finish Cars and Coffee here in San Diego, and this is going to be a huge treat for me because you guys know I love all kind of cars.
Gas and Go with Snow, time to steal the show.
Paris, come on over here and tell me about your whip. So, all right, Paris and I just met, and we spent a little bit of time talking about your car. So tell me what's behind us.
All right, so what's behind us is a 1984 Gen 2 Subaru Brat, and it is swapped with a EJ22 with a 96 Legacy transmission, and it's fully restored.
Now, my understanding here is that you might have had a little bit of help doing this. Who helped you restore it?
My dad.
Well, let's bring Dad over here. All right, man. How you doing today, Bucky?
Nice to meet you.
All right. So I met you guys today, and the story behind this car, that's what really captivated me, and I wanted to hear about it. So tell me what made you pull her into the car industry.
Well, when she first started driving, she wanted a car that she could come to meets like this, you know, and be a part of and take part of and kind of get into it and build her own, kind of personalize her own car. And we got, it took her some time to find the right car, and she wanted to do a Brat. So with that being said, we found one in Julian, and we went and looked at it. It didn't run, and we picked it up for about $800, I think we paid.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you definitely found a diamond in the rough. But I got to ask, why a Brat? Did you see one? Did you drive one? Did you ride one? You see it on TV? Why a Brat?
Actually, my first time seeing one in person was when we went to go check out the car in Julian. So what drove me to want a Brat, though, is just it has four-wheel drive.
Definitely unique. It's certainly unique. And when I walked up, there was just a crowd around the car, and I'm sure you get that all the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how long did it take you guys to do the whole restoration?
It was a big process. The car was really dented up. Go check out Bucky YouTube channel. We have a full build on there. Just to tell you the gist of it, though, the car looked like it was driven through a forest by a blind man. Like, it was so dented up. It had little minor rust, and that was the one thing I was like, everything's here. So we like you said, it's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
I worked at a body shop for a few years, so I knew the task at hand. She did not.
Okay, so now I got to ask you about that one. Did you have any idea what you were in for when you started a restoration?
Absolutely no idea. He told me you got to have time and money. I said, well, I got a lot of time.
Well, the time is our most valuable asset. It's definitely the time. So, well, let's check it out. So walk me around the car. Wherever you want to start, let's talk about this.
We can start interior.
Okay.
So.
All right. You mind if I sit right here?
Ahead.
Okay. So I noticed you got the seats. These are actually really supportive.
Yeah, they're super nice. Definitely an upgrade from the original seats.
Okay, now, the one thing that I noticed, and this is one of the things you and I talked about earlier, it just grabbed me. When you look at this, it looks 100% stock. So now that you put a lot of work into this car, why didn't you go over the top with digital and all,
I wanted to keep it pretty simple, especially since it is from the 80s, and they all... Obviously, seeing my dad's XT, they either go over the top or they keep it pretty simple. And I just wanted to keep a simple look, mainly drawing attention to the seats, dash, steering wheel, nothing too flashy with electronics.
Now, did you set out to find the T-tops?
No, the car came with the T-tops.
So that's just luck.
Definitely just luck.
Okay, well, let's talk about a little bit outside here. I like the carbon fiber accents too.
Thank you. Another thing my dad and I did was cut up the carbon fiber and fit it, so it's definitely one of my favorites.
So this is what attracted me to the vehicle. I saw it from across the parking lot. Mm-hmm. I can see a little bit of pearl in the paint, but the livery. Tell me about that.
So the livery is actually an original Gen 1 livery.
Okay.
I also decided on it because they're my favorite colors. So it just worked out, and I wanted that pop of yellow. And
what are the wheels?
The wheels are 1552 rally Integrales.
Integrales, okay.
1550.
Now, is that the stock size that would have been on the vehicle originally?
No, so I did the wheel adapter, the hub adapter.
Okay, yeah.
So instead of 4x140, it's 4x100.
Okay, I got you. All right, well, let's come around here because this is something that a lot of people don't know. It's illegal to ride around in the back of a truck.
Yes.
Not in this one. So why is that?
Because of chicken tax. So to make it cheaper to get the car over to the States,
Yep.
they decided to throw in some back seats and call it a passenger vehicle.
There you go. So you can ride around with, gotta have seatbelts, but you can ride around and just chill in the back. Now, these seats, that doesn't look like a stock seat, so tell me about that because that looks pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, RPG hooked us up with some really nice carbon fiber seats and huge upgrade from the original seats since they were cracking right at the base.
Okay, so RPG. Now, do they specialize in carbon fiber?
Yes. Yeah, they have all different products. Actually, these will be available on their website now.
Oh, well, there you go. Check out RPG if you want carbon fiber seats for a Brat. All right. Well, now, so out of all the stuff that we've talked about on this vehicle, right, my understanding is that, you weren't just, hey, turn that screw. Hey, put that on.
Yeah.
So you really got into this. I mean, we're talking like welding,
Yeah, I never
cleaning.
knew that. I never thought that I would ever pick up a TIG welder ever, and I did. So
Now, how's the welding skills now, though?
better.
Okay, we can always improve, right?
Yes, always.
Okay, well, you know what? This is, I'll be honest with you, this is probably my favorite vehicle. I mean, there's some impressive stuff out here. This is my favorite car today. This is what I like. I mean, it's just, it takes me back to a different time, when I was in like high school, and I remember when these were new, and what you did and how you did it is impressive. I love the style, and I really like the fact that you and your dad built it together. So that was pretty cool.
No, it's definitely memories I'll hold and cherish forever, and I'm never selling this because of it.
There you go. Hey, you know what? I have an Impala that I've had for like 35 years.
See?
It's not for sale.
And people
Everything has a
probably always
price,
ask you
but
that
it's
too.
not for sale. They do. And I am, you know what? I'm going to do a follow-up with you in like 10 years and see how
Yeah, please do. Call me out too. But no, this will be in my grave for sure.
There you go. That's what I said. Hey, you know what? Just put me in my car and push me over a cliff or something. Just bury me in my car.
Honestly, yeah.
All right. Hey, Paris, thanks again. You know what? And we'll thank Bucky later, but this is an awesome vehicle. And you know what? We'll see you guys next time on Gas and Go with Snow.
The king of the streets got the swagger, oh my. First shot he needs to do with a low rider machine. Cherry red paint, chrome wheels they gleam. Snow pulls out his camera, ready to roll. Gas and Go with Snow, time to steal the show.
Hey, welcome to Gas and Go with Snow. I am at Elite Cars. Elite